Hey, it's Jared Petty.
Wow, it's Jared's here.
I have materialized
Jared
between
Petty
the two
baby.
of you.
here.
Yep.
How you doing?
I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad you are here. So Jared's here. We're all huge Star Wars fans here, as you can tell by our desks and our shirts and
our
attire
brain
and all the
damage.
other stuff. Our brain damage is a very big one. Jared's one of the biggest Star Wars fans I know. You came up with a weird little thorn in the side of all the excitement for Rogue One.
Yeah, I'm really thrilled for Rogue One, but I am a little terrified that something absolutely awful could happen.
Yeah, this is curious because Rogue One does look like it's very much aimed at the hardcore Star Wars fans,
Yeah.
kind of the older, more the gritty ones, the ones who want the dark side of things. But there's a little thing left over, maybe. Why don't you tell us about it?
I had a very serious take on this. So, Rogue One bridges the gap between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, which opens the door for a few really weird things. Like, for instance,
What is to become of Jar Jar Binks here?
I'm not saying he'll be in the movie, but Jar Jar Binks is still pretty spry in the prequel trilogy. Rogue One takes place just 20 years after Revenge of the Sith, so it's likely he's still around.
Oh, muy, I love you!
And that means that when Jyn Erso and her crew are stirring up trouble, stealing the Death Star plans, Jar Jar is probably still out there somewhere.
My turn, revenge.
Maybe even still serving in the Galactic Senate. It wasn't dissolved till after the beginning of A New Hope. So, should I be afraid? Well, after Stinky the Hutt, Jar Jar is easily Star Wars' most bizarre canonical character. A giant, scaly rabbit monster thing, and a colossally clumsy effort to create a relatable clown that could lighten the dark political tones of the prequel trilogy.
How rude!
And as awful as he is, Lucas somehow decided that he should be at the heart of that story. Gun General,
Uh-oh, big boomer!
warrior,
My give up.
Republic senator, philosopher,
Oh, Maxie big the force.
savior of Jedi, boy next door, friend of the rich and powerful. Jar Jar's there for every important moment in The Phantom Menace. And in the end, it's Jar Jar that makes the proposal that tears the galaxy apart.
That the Senate give immediately emergency powers to the Supreme Chancellor.
Jar Jar Binks destroyed democracy for the entire universe. Every aspect of his character's execution was an utter nightmare. The jokes fell flat, the slapstick didn't amuse. Jar Jar felt like an invader from a much dumber galaxy who landed in the Star Wars universe.
Are you brainless?
I spec.
Frankly, Lucasfilm really stepped in it with Jar Jar. Rogue One is the first new Star Wars movie set between the trilogies, which opens the door for the return of some comforting, familiar material. Heck, there's even a great chance that they'll give us a better final James Earl Jones voiced Vader moment than that awful "No!" But Jar Jar doesn't deserve the dignity of an on-screen send-off, so let's remember him the way we remember other great disasters, like batsuit nipples, as mistakes that should not be repeated. And let's leave the story at that.